What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Just a quick video for you guys today, as I did just unbox my second and final package from this latest Fear of God Summer Core Collection 2024. Now, if you hadn't gotten a chance to already, go ahead and check out my first video where I picked up honestly almost everything in the collection. I review it, I try it on, and I give you guys my honest opinions. You will be able to find that video at the top of your screen now or at the description below. Also in the description is a link to my clothing brand, LWH Clothing, where we did restock a myriad of different goods. And in addition to that, my watch company, Aura Watch, which I believe is some of the highest value watches on the planet. You're going to be getting 316L stainless steel, an automatic bidirectional self-winding movement with an 80-hour power reserve. All the attributes that you'd find in a $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 watch, but at a significant markdown. And with my discount code, Locust&WildHoney, which is just for you, my community, you save an extra $100. So go ahead and check that out. Link will be below to all of it. And now onto the clothes. Now, as you look at the hanging rack, you might notice there's a medium wash denim and there is a sand wash denim. This here is the latest Fear of God Essentials Summer 2024 denim set. And this here is Fear of God 8th collection. This set here will run you right around $400 for both the top and the bottom. This jacket here will run you $1,000, and it's just a jacket. For the set, it's gonna be $2,000. Now, for the purposes of today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys the denim set for this new collection. If you wanna see a more detailed review of 8th collection, I did do a video on that. I'll link that below as well. But I do think this new denim set, you guys, it'll surprise you. I'm not gonna get too much further than that, but it will surprise you. I did already try it on and it's gonna surprise you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and try this stuff on. So to go ahead and start things off, here is the denim. Now, at that price point of $180 for this pair, I will say that the denim is definitely on the lighter side. It is comprised of 100% cotton, which some will appreciate, others maybe not so much, as there won't be any stretch to this pair. But I will say, for it being 100% cotton, it's pretty thin denim. And at that price point of $180, it's very pricey for what you're actually getting. But ultimately, when it comes to the Fear of God name, that will come with a little bit of a tax. Now, as it pertains to sizing, fit, and details for this pair, I do recommend taking your true to size, but I say that with a small disclaimer. I did go true to size with a size 30, and they are a touch snug. In my estimation, I would say that these might actually measure out to a 29.5-inch waist. These are totally still doable for me, but that is something I would take into account if you're looking at this pair. Being comprised of 100% cotton, as I mentioned, these will not have any stretch to them. I do wish they had a size 31 because that's what I would have probably gone for, but the next size for me would have been a 32, which would have been far too big, and then the inseam would have extended. So if you're okay with that and you're okay with wearing a belt, then maybe consider sizing up. Medium wash all the way throughout. I do find this denim to be very, very appealing. A nice whiskering through the thigh here with that wash going all the way through to the shin area. And you actually do have some nice whiskering on the back here of the knees. Yeah, they did a really good job with regards to the wash of this denim. I don't expect anything less from the man, Jerry Lorenzo. He always kills it with regard to those subtle details. You do have a leather patch here at the pocket, which is very reminiscent of Fear of God Mainline. It's made of leather, very nice quality. And overall, these do finish more like a straight leg pair of denim. They're not baggy, in my opinion, by any stretch. I'd equate these to like a 505 Levi's. All right, you guys, so I did actually end up getting 2 different sizes in the denim jacket just because I wasn't 100% sure how this one would fit. My mainline one for a small fits pretty big, which I did end up finding out that I don't necessarily want to wear as frequently as I probably should. So for that reason, I picked up both an extra small and a small. So let's go ahead and try them both on. I'll get your thoughts, beginning with the size small first. All right, and so here we are. This is a size small. This would be my true to size, and this would be kind of like the intended fit by the designers over at the Fear of God team. As you can see, it does fit very, very big. It is slightly cropped, which is something I do appreciate, but in the arm section, it's got quite a lot of fabric there hanging, which is kind of the same way that the mainline one fits, which I will elaborate on and compare to this one in just a second. But yeah, beautiful wash all the way throughout. You do have the leather patch that is actually present here on the mainline one in that same exact spot, but instead of saying Fear of God, it does say Essentials. Apart from that, as I mentioned, it does fit very oversized, size small. For reference, 5'7", 170 pounds right now, and my waist size is a 30. And similar to the denim pants, these do have a medium wash all the way throughout. I think that they executed the wash very nicely. I know I said that about the denim, but the same rings true for the jacket. And considering the fact that the denim is like more of a slightly tapered fit, kind of like a straight fit cut, the jacket being oversized and kind of boxy is super complimentary. Now, I don't hate how the size small looks, that, you know, it being very, very oversized with the extra fabric here. I think that is definitely something a lot of people will really prefer. You know, it's kind of like the more Fear of God aesthetic. But in my humble opinion, I do think sizing down looks better. All right, and so this is what the extra small looks like. This is one size down from my typical size. And what I like about sizing down in the denim jacket is that you're still gonna get the elements of an oversized look. As you can see, drop shoulder, very boxy and wide, and a bit cropped to it. But to me, I feel like this is the happy medium between both extremes. It's not too cropped or too fitted, if you will, to make it look like you're wearing like really tight denim top and bottom. But in that same respect, it's not too big, in my opinion. You have a little bit less fabric here. I mean, it's still pretty big, but it's not quite as extreme. And I do find that I like the extra small much more, but ultimately this does come down to personal preference. You guys let me know in the comments below what you guys think, but for me, I will be keeping the extra small and sending the small back to Mr. Porter where I purchased this stuff. Also, by the way, if you're looking for these garments, as I know a lot of it is beginning to really sell out, especially the denim sets, go ahead and check out the description below. I will have links to these garments to get this for retail. But back to like the specifications, you do have these really nice vintage style hardware pieces, namely the zipper, which is a pretty smooth zipper pull. The hardware on the denim jacket is pretty nice, so that's something to take into account. It is custom with the E there, standing for Essentials, obviously. And then all throughout this denim jacket, you do have nice characteristics like the stitching going throughout. You got some nice darting, and you have just a lot of different elements that really let this denim jacket be a bit more special than what you'd kind of find out and about like vintage markets and stuff like that. I really love how this jacket looks, man, and I'm super stoked to have it in my wardrobe. With that to say, let's talk about the comparison between these jackets and Mainline. As I mentioned, these are right around 200 bucks. This one's like 1,000. What are the real differences? As somebody that did spend a nice amount of money on the 8th collection denim jacket, I do have a bit of buyer's regret. I had no idea that a denim jacket this good was coming down the pipeline from Essentials. Both of these smalls do feature a very similar silhouette, if not the exact same. There really isn't too much that I can definitively say that makes it better. Sure, it's made from selvage denim. It is made in Italy, but between these two jackets from Essentials to Mainline, you are getting a pretty substantial level of diminishing return. And I do feel like for the Mainline variant, this is going to be for more of like a purist appreciator of the brand Fear of God, which I am one of. I do love this jacket, don't get me wrong, that's why I bought it and I kept it. But from a practicality standpoint, there isn't much more I can say that I can justify spending $1,000 for this piece if I could go back in time. Of course, this is a subjective matter and you might prefer that one a little bit more, but I do like the wash on the Essentials one more, which leads me to kind of the consensus, or I guess my conclusion of today's video, comparing this stuff, reviewing this set. The set is excellent. I really rate it very high. I know I did kind of say that it's kind of pricey for like the weight of the denim, but ultimately with the brand Fear of God, you have to pay a little bit for the name and the branding. And of course, With this denim jacket in particular, it's very different. The denim is one thing, and you can kind of find medium wash denim anywhere really. With this jacket, it's very, very unique in its features, and fits a certain way. It's got the stitching a certain way, making itself different than everything else apart from the $1,000 jacket that is Fear of God 8th collection. So what does that mean for us? What does that mean for us, the consumer? It means that Fear of God is kind of okay with cannibalizing itself. For somebody like me who's an avid Fear of God supporter and who has been for almost a decade now, this is definitely blurring the lines between the Diffusion brand Fear of God Essentials, and Fear of God Mainline. From Jerry Lorenzo's perspective, it makes perfect sense. There are so many companies really making a name for themselves, being that cheaper alternative to these $1,000 pair of denim. Realistically speaking, this is totally unachievable for a majority of people, and myself included, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm definitely very happy to kind of see these lines be blurred. So yes, in my opinion, Fear of God is sort of kind of beginning to cannibalize itself, but I think it's great news for people like me and you, maybe you. All in all, fantastic collection. I think core collection was awesome. One of the best collections in a very long time. Also coming in October is a brand new essentials variant that I do think you guys are gonna be very excited about. I will have my video link below of the leaks relating to that, but let's just say they're kind of going more the Abercrombie old school collegiate route. More on that in the video. But you guys, thank you so much for stopping by today's video. Hope it was somewhat helpful. Again, I will be providing a link to all of the collection and these garments in the description below, so be sure to check that out. Don't forget to check out my company's LWH Clothing as well as Aura Watch, and I will catch you in the next uploads, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Peace and be blessed.